everyone. Today I am excited to demonstrate for you how to make the breakfast burrito. It is so tasty and it makes a great breakfast. It makes a good lunch. It can even be supper because some people like to have breakfast any time of the day. I do. So, and it's a good snack too. This recipe makes 4 breakfast burritos. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is, of course, wash my hands. So I'm coming over to my sink, and you know, we've talked about this. You need to wash your hands very thoroughly, at least for 20 seconds to make sure you're getting off all the bacteria and viruses off your hands. So we're gonna wash the inside, between the fingers, the tops, the wrists. Now a good rule of thumb, you know, is to sing happy birthday 2 times. And scientists believe that that's long enough to get your hands nice and clean. And I'm gonna rub them under the warm water also. All right, and then dry them. Okay, coming back over to my demonstration table, and then we'll get started. Okay, so I have my recipe here. It will be posted on my Google Classroom, plus it will be at the bottom of the video. Just click on see more in the description and you'll see the whole recipe. Okay, step 1, place butter in a glass bowl and microwave for 1 minute. So here I've got the butter, okay, and I need 1 tablespoon of butter. So I'm gonna use a 1 TBSP, 1 tablespoon measuring spoon. And I'm going to fill this up with butter so that it's overflowing. Okay, use my rubber scraper and pack that down into the measuring cup. Now the reason we're using a glass bowl is because we're going to be putting this in the microwave. Basically, we're going to be making scrambled eggs in the microwave, and the microwave is actually a great way to make scrambled eggs. Okay, so I've done step 1, place butter in a glass bowl, and now I'm gonna microwave it for 1 minute. So I'm gonna walk over to the microwave, put this in, and I'm gonna do time cook, 1 minute, and start. All right, while it's cooking, I wanna talk about why I put the butter in a glass bowl. The reason it's in the glass bowl is because you cannot put any type of metal in the microwave. Not metal bowls, not metal forks, not tin foil or aluminum foil over the top of something. Metal can never go in the microwave. Here's why. The way the microwave works is little microwaves travel through the microwave, and if they hit metal, it can cause a spark and then even cause a fire, okay? So we're gonna let this cook for 1 minute to melt the butter. Now, if you don't have a big glass bowl, you could also use a plastic bowl because plastic can go in the microwave. You have to be a little more careful with it because you don't wanna melt your bowl. But glass is best for the microwave, but if you don't have a glass bowl, then you can use a plastic bowl. All right, this looks like it's almost done. Okay. I'm going to take this back over to my demonstration table. Okay, you can see that my butter is melted. So now I can move on to step 2. For step 2, it says add the eggs and water, beat together with a fork. Okay, so I have 4 eggs here. That's what it requires at the top of my recipe. And like I was saying before, it's a great idea to make your eggs in the microwave when you're making scrambled eggs. They turn out really light and fluffy, delicious. So I'm gonna crack an egg. When you crack an egg, it's important that you hold it like you're going to throw a fastball, like in a softball or baseball. You wanna put your fingers over the top and hold it like that. Not like a changeup. You wanna hold it like a fastball. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna tap, tap, tap on the side of the bowl until you get a nice crack and then pull it apart. Okay, so there we go. And we're gonna pull that apart. And then that shell can go into the trash. And like I said, I'm putting 4 eggs into this recipe because it makes 4 breakfast burritos. Okay, there's 2. there's 3. And the 4th one. Tap on the side of the bowl and pull apart at the crack. Now sometimes you may get a little piece of shell. I'm gonna try to break off a piece of shell here. There we go. Fall into your egg. If a small piece of shell falls into the egg, real easy to get out. It's hard to grab it because it'll slip away from your fingers. But what you can do is a little trick. You take part of the shell and it'll perfectly scoop it out for you. All right, I'm gonna throw those shells away. All right, now I just touched uncooked egg, and uncooked egg a lot of times has a salmonella bacteria in it, and salmonella bacteria can make you sick. So I'm gonna walk back over to the sink, and I'm gonna wash my hands again, just so I can wash off that possible salmonella bacteria from the egg. So this is a good idea to do. Wash your hands after every time you touch uncooked egg. Now when we cook the egg, that will kill the salmonella bacteria, so we'll be good to go. All right, wash that off. All right, back to my recipe. Okay, so I was on step 2, add eggs and water, beat together with a fork. So I've added my eggs, and now I'm going to get the water. I looked at the top of my recipe, and I need 1/4 cup of water. Now water is a liquid ingredient, so I'm gonna use a liquid measuring cup. I'm gonna fill it to 1/4. So I'm going back to my sink again, and I'm gonna get eye level and fill it to 1/4 cup. There we go, looks good. And we'll put that in. Now what the water does is it helps the eggs to be extra light and fluffy when you cook them in the microwave. So I'm gonna take a fork, and I'm gonna beat together the egg yolk and the egg white. So I'm just doing little circles, going around, mixing up that egg yolk and egg white. This is how you make scrambled eggs. We're making scrambled eggs, but then we're going one step further and taking our scrambled eggs and putting them in the breakfast burrito. Okay, so that's nice and scrambled up. So now I am on step 3. Microwave the egg mixture uncovered, I don't have to put anything on top, stirring every minute until eggs are set, but still moist, about 2 to 4 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk to the microwave. I'm gonna set it for 1 minute, then I'll stir it, then I'll set it for another minute, and then I'll stir it, and it's gonna take between 2 and 4 minutes. I'm not really sure. It depends on your microwave how strong it cooks. I'm coming over here, and I'm gonna set it for 1 minute. This time I'm gonna use the 30-second button. I'm gonna push it twice to get to 1 minute. Now while that's cooking, I wanna talk again about the microwave. So I said that you can use plastic, paper, and glass in the microwave, but you cannot use metal. Because what's going on right now are these invisible tiny microwaves are flowing through the microwave towards the eggs, okay? And they're flowing right through the glass bowl. And they could flow right through paper, and they can flow right through the plastic. When these microwaves hit the eggs or whatever food you're cooking, they make the molecules vibrate or wiggle in place. And when they start wiggling in place, they rub against each other, and that produces the heat that cooks the food. Okay, so the microwaves right now are hitting those eggs, making their molecules rub against each other and cooking the food. So it's been 1 minute. They are not going to be cooked yet. It takes usually about 1 minute per egg to make a scrambled egg in the microwave. So we have 4 eggs. It'll take us somewhere around 3 or 4 minutes. So here's been 1 minute. Of course, we're going to stir it up like it said. 1 minute stir, and then we'll do another 1 minute and stir and see how it looks. Okay, so there's 1 minute. We're going to do another minute. Okay, while it's cooking, I want to talk about eggs. Eggs are a great thing to cook with, especially if you're on a tight budget with your money, because eggs are really cheap and you can get a lot of good nutrients from eggs. They have a lot of protein. They're very healthy for you to eat. And you know, you can make a lot of food with just a carton of eggs. So it's a good thing to do when you don't have a lot of money to spend at the grocery store. I like to make the eggs in the microwave because they do turn out nice and light and fluffy. And if you didn't want to make 4 eggs at a time, you don't have to. You can just make 1 egg in the microwave. All you do is get like a cereal bowl, put an egg in there, a tablespoon of water, mix it up, 1 minute in the microwave and it's done. Then you can sprinkle a little cheese on the top or whatever. You can make scrambled eggs in the microwave in 1 minute. All right, so now we've been cooking them for 2 minutes. And what's going on is kind of the sides of the eggs are cooking because they're getting most of the microwaves, but the middle is not cooked yet. So we're gonna give that another stir. We're kind of breaking it up, mixing it all together, and do another minute. Because we know it takes about 1 minute per egg, and we have 4 eggs. Okay, so now I'm back over to my demonstration table. It's cooked for 3 minutes. I did 1 minute, stir, 1 minute, stir, 1 minute, and it's been 3 minutes, and you can see how it's nice and solid. So I'm just gonna scramble it up. Basically, I just made 4 eggs into scrambled eggs. And I could just eat it just like this. I could eat it plain with maybe a little salt and pepper, or I could put a little cheese on top, or put some ham lunch meat in there chopped up, make some scrambled eggs with cheese and ham. That would be good. But we're gonna take our scrambled eggs and turn them into a breakfast burrito. Okay, so I'm gonna set those off to the side. There's our scrambled eggs. So now I'm on step 4. 4 says wrap the tortillas in a paper towel and microwave for 20 seconds. So I've got a package of tortillas here. I'm using flour tortillas, but you could use corn, whatever your family likes. I'm gonna get out 4 tortillas. Okay, so this makes 4 breakfast burritos. I'm gonna wrap them in a paper towel. This kind of helps hold in the steam. And I'm gonna microwave these for 20 seconds just to warm them up. So I kind of made up this recipe from a recipe that I saw at McDonald's, and I thought, oh, I could try to make these at home. There's breakfast burritos at various fast food restaurants, but when you make them at home, it's much healthier for you. This is actually a very healthy breakfast if you make it at home. Because it doesn't have all the extra ingredients that they might have at McDonald's or any other fast food restaurant. Okay, so now they're nice and warm. And now I am ready for step 5. Place 1 tortilla on a plate. Okay, so I'll put these off to the side. I've got 1 nice warm tortilla. And step 6, add 1 spoonful of eggs, 1 tablespoon of cheddar cheese, and 1 tablespoon of salsa. So this bowl of eggs is gonna make 4 breakfast burritos. So I can figure I can use about 1/4 of it. So really it's more than a spoonful, I would say, maybe 2 spoonfuls. Okay, looks good. And then I'm gonna put on 1 tablespoon of cheddar cheese. I'm gonna use the taco cheese since it's a breakfast burrito. I'm gonna use my tablespoon to get a spoonful of cheese. Now on this, I do like to have it a little overflowing because I really like a lot of cheese on mine. Okay, so it's a little more than a tablespoon, I would say. If you want to cheat and add a little extra cheese like I do, feel free. And I'm gonna add a tablespoon of salsa. Any kind of salsa will do. This one's hard to open. There we go. And we'll add a tablespoon of salsa. Gives it a good flavor. Now, if you didn't want to add the salsa, you wouldn't have to. You could put some ham, some diced up ham, lunch meat in there, or just the cheese, or you can put in whatever you like. So now I'm on step 7, it says fold and enjoy. So what I like to do is I fold in one end like this. Okay, so fold in one end. Then I fold this side over and then this side over, and it makes a nice little pocket for the breakfast burrito. Okay, now I'm gonna try a bite. So good. And the cheese is melting and the eggs, sprinkled with eggs, tastes really good, and the salsa gives it a good flavor. This is a great breakfast or snack. All right, well, I hope that your breakfast burrito turns out great, and thank you for watching.